After the death of James Madison and a series of owners, William DuPont Sr., a member of the prominent Delaware industrialist and financial family, purchased Montpelier in 1901 with plans to relocate his young family, then living in England. Montpelier remained in the DuPont family for the next 8 decades. Montpelier, still a working farm, was the perfect home for Marion and her younger brother William Jr., who soon became engaged in various country pursuits. Soon after we came to Montpelier, we were clamoring to have ponies, Marion recalled. Father was for it. Mother was a little fussy, talking about how impractical it was, bowed legs and everything. Finally, we got the ponies. Meanwhile, the DuPonts were busy enlarging the Madison home and enhancing the property. They more than doubled the size of the colonial-era house, encasing the house in a warm peach stucco with a turquoise front door. As their parents enlarged and expanded their new home, the children were offered the run of a small fenced parcel adjoining the formal garden behind the mansion. With a handful of hardware, tools, and scrap lumber, they constructed a rudimentary show ring, which their father dubbed Coney Island. "We loved Coney Island," Marion recalled later. "Really loved it." By 1915, Marion was making headlines as the first woman to win a class at the National Horse Show at Madison Square Garden, riding astride instead of the traditional side saddle method. She established a pack of foxhounds, and both she and her younger brother enjoyed fox hunting. She hosted early jump races across the rolling fields of the Central Virginia estate. Those first races were rough and tumble affairs, through pastures and around barrels. Marion inherited Montpelier in 1928, where she'd lived for the next 55 years. It was a period of transition, not just at the Central Virginia property, but nationwide. The Roaring '20s were ending with the Great Depression looming. Automobiles were becoming increasingly popular, while prohibition remained the law of the land. Marion, recently enamored of racing after a few wins in scrappy local races, set about creating a world-class breeding, training, and racing complex at Montpelier, including building the Steeplechase course that is still in use today. She enjoyed international success early in her racing endeavors, with her most famous horse, Battleship, a son of the iconic Man o' War, who became the first American-owned and bred horse to win the British Grand National Steeplechase in 1938. She continued to have success breeding and racing throughout her life, in both steeplechases and in flat racing. Her stable amassed more than 360 wins, totaling the equivalent in today's currency $12 million in earnings. In addition, Marion generously supported the equine industry throughout her life. In addition to hosting the annual Montpelier Hunt Races at her home, she also created the Carolina Cup Racing Association in Camden, South Carolina, and later donated the Springdale Race Course to the state of South Carolina in support of the association. She donated funds to construct Virginia's leading equine medical center in Leesburg, which is named in her honor. Upon awarding her the prestigious Ambrose Clark Award from the National Steeplechase Association, the organization's highest honor for contributions to the sport, Marion was described as the axis around which our sport revolves.